everyone, it's Rachel with Rachel Super Cute Creations, and we are going to make some of these adorable little book page snowmen. And I'm going to just grab a few supplies while we get some of our friends in here. Um, these little snowmen are, let's see here, they're about 4¼ tall by almost 3 inches wide at its largest snowball. So I know that it's only September, but I'm starting to think about Christmas and Christmas gifts, and I was inspired to make these by a post on Pinterest. And a person took some old book pages and they made some ornaments. So they actually put a string behind so you could hang them on your tree. So you definitely could do that. Hi, Emma. Thanks so much for joining this sort of impromptu video. And I'm sorry I'm messing with my camera, but I bumped it. So it's kind of off kilter here. So I'm just trying to line it up so that everybody can see. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm thinking about Christmas and, how are some ways that I can decorate? How can I use up book pages and things like that? So I thought, boy, wouldn't these be adorable? You could make them into tags. You could adorn a gift on the top. Would be adorable to hang off of something. So we're going to just go ahead. Yeah, super cute and super easy. So I'm going to show you how to make them. And then we're going to absolutely, Cheryl, hi, how are you? They'd be great to send in Happy Mail. So we're going to just kind of play with them tonight, if you're all right with that. A lot of you have been asking me when I'm going to do lives and if I'll do more of a consistent live. So I'm really thinking about trying to do them on Sunday nights. I go back to school officially on Tuesday. So I need to make sure that I'm able to do that. And Sundays are probably my best days. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to kind of set this to the side. You do not need a lot of supplies. I hand drew this little scarf template. And this little template, I was able to go online and I just took a coloring book outline and then I shrunk it down so I could get 4 on a page. And I'll tell you what my thought process was. Now you can certainly do this, you can cut it freehand. I have a Cricut. If you have a silhouette or something like that, you could definitely use that too. So I have this Reader's Digest book that I've been trying to use up. Set that to the side. And so it has fairly thick pages, but you want about 3-page thickness when you're working with these. So all I do is take my glue stick and I put a pretty generous amount of glue stick. Now this glue stick, is just an all-purpose glue stick. It's not a school craft one, but you probably could use that on this if you wanted to. And then I just take my bone folder and I just make sure that I smooth this down. Actually, I need to get my other bone folder. I could use this. So, what's everybody up to tonight? Is anybody else making embellishments or starting to think about Christmas? I know it's early, you guys. It's only September. But for me, if I don't start doing that now, I will not be ready for Christmas. Christmas is one of my favorite times of the year. And I love to give gifts, even if they're small gifts. I'm actually going to be making some notebooks. I went and picked them up today. And I'm thinking these little snowmen are going to be adorable on the front of those covers. So that was kind of my thought. So right now I have about 3 sheets. of paper. And then all I do is just tear it out. So I'm going to set this one to the side. You do want to make sure that you don't have any glue stick clumps. So I'm just smoothing it out. If you have, if you don't have one of these tools, this is actually came in a Cricut kit. But if you have a gift card or an old credit card, this works really well to smooth all that glue out too. And it gets these nice and stiff. They become, when they dry, they become almost like a lightweight chipboard. You're working on embellishments, not really thinking about Christmas right now. Well, these are going to be embellishments. We're just going to do some snowman embellishments, but it's cool. What kind of embellishments are you working on? If you guys watch, any of you saw my video this morning, I was making collage. I was working on collage note cards because I'm going to embellish those. So Emma, what kind of embellishments are you making? So as I said, I'm just making sure that I have a nice heavy weight. Now, if you have thinner book pages, you might want to put 4 together. You want a fairly stiff page, but not too stiff that you can't cut, because you're going to end up cutting around these little snowmen. And if you want this template that I created, all you need to do is go over to my Etsy shop and message me, and I'll drop that link in just a minute. If you go over there, I will send you this file that you can print the 4 snowmen. Ooh, some glassine bags out of cereal liners. That's cool. One of the things I want to do, or I need to do, is I need to go and dig out my embossing plates, because I thought these would be really cool if I embossed on them. Unfortunately, they're downstairs in my other area. I have 2 craft areas, and so I need to go down there and do that. But I'm thinking if I embossed them, that would be really cool too. So, all right. I want to get a few of these so we can make a couple. So do you emboss those cereal liner glassine bags, or do you just do you sew them? Do you glue them? How do you do that, Emma? Because I've seen people do that in a couple different ways. Okay. All right, so we have 1, 2. I'm going to make one more just so. Cheryl, what have you been up to lately? Are you working on anything fun? Hi, Native Gypsy. Barb. Hi, Barbara. I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, embossing them. I need to get my embossing folders out. I have not embossed in a while. I really wish I should have not turned on my camera and ran down and got them before I started, but oh well. I'll emboss some off camera, I guess. So I'm kind of inspired because I'm having a new kit come out soon. In fact, I'm hoping by tomorrow it'll be posted. It's this one right here. It's an embellishment kit. I only have 12 of them. And this little slow stitch mitten is going to be part of the project. And then I'm going to have some other just little projects that go along with it, or some easy activities. And so I was thinking today about my kit again as I'm getting ready to finish up those videos. And it's like, you know what? I think I have all these book pages and I just love snowmen. And the thing I love about snowmen and snowflakes is it's all winter long. Even people who do not celebrate Christmas, they can still enjoy them. So I didn't want to have like a full-fledged Christmas theme. I might do a few Christmas theme kits, but because I have customers from all around the world with all different religions and backgrounds, I thought the snowflakes would be best for my customers. And besides, I love snowflakes. So that was kind of how the inspiration of that started. Okay, so basically we've got these book pages, and one of the things you can do also is sometimes when I'm inking things, I will ink on my book pages, and then just don't ink on the first page. If you ink on the middle page, then you can put glue down and put it down like that, and then ink again, and then put it this way, so that you're using the pages, the inkings on the inside of where your pages are. But look at, I mean, I'm really starting to use this up. So the next thing you're going to do once you do your book pages is you're going to kind of take a look at both sides. And I look at, I kind of skim to make sure there's not any poor word choices in my book. And then I also, the next thing I do is I kind of look at, and this is just printed on regular copy paper, I kind of look at, where would this best fit? So because this has a lot of open space, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it on here. So what I do is I make sure that the snowman part gets lots of glue. I don't so much worry about the edges because we're going to cut it out. So I just put my little snowman on here, and I press it down. And then that's the back of my ornament or my journal card. So the next thing I do is I just I rough cut around this. Now you can save this because this heavyweight stuff is great for snippets. So then I just go ahead and I cut around this image. Now you could also do this. I have this bird cookie cutter. So I'm actually thinking about getting that out at some point and tracing around the bird and making some bird embellishments, because I'm thinking not only would that be great for a winter theme or a Christmas theme, but you could use those bird cookie cutter images on, even garden journals. So I'm just carefully cutting around. And normally I would try to wait a little bit until this dries all the way, just so you don't end up with any bubbles. That's why I'm pushing it down. But I will cut this, and then we'll burnish it again before we start working with it, just to make sure that everything is down. Now I'm thinking, isn't that cute? I'm thinking you could also sew around this. So I'm just burnishing. Now the back's all ready for you to write on. This could be a great journaling card. Hi, Erica. Thanks for joining. Absolutely, Emma. You could use your scan and cut to cut these out if you wanted to. I do not have a scan and cut, although I'm really thinking it's going to be next on my list. So now I'm using Tim Holtz Distress ink, the tea dye ink. For those of you who are coming in, we're making these little snowman embellishments, ornaments, journaling cards, whatever, these adorable little things. And so I just go around the edge just to give it that sort of vintage look. And on this one, I use the bright colors, but on this next one, we'll stick to a little more Christmassy winter colors. But I mean, you could do whatever you wanted. I just had that piece of scrap fabric, so I decided to use it. Now, if you didn't want to draw and hand cut your little scarf, you would not have to. Now you can see I aged this one a little bit more than that one, so you can see it better on camera. So guys, are you able to see me okay? I know it looks like my camera's going in and out, but we got new internet service, and I told my husband we had to do something because I was not able to stream like I would have liked to. This is a piece of marbled paper. Yeah, you could. Emma, I already have 4 on a page, so they're actually this way. So this would be landscape. I don't know if that would work, but it has a black line, so you could actually scan this in. I'm going to put my link to my shop in here. Anybody who goes over to my shop and emails me, I will be happy to send this to you. It is a better picture than before. Awesome, Erica. Yeah, I told my husband that that was like a requirement. We had to figure something out for my lovely viewers because they were tired of seeing my crazy camera shots. So, all right, I'm just going to go over real quick and grab that link for you so that you can head to my shop if you want and send me an email, and I'll be happy to send you that file if you'd like it. All right, give me just 1 second here. All right. Yeah, if you just want to message me through my Etsy store, that would be wonderful. And so, as I said, this is inspired by this new kit I have coming out. And I really hope to have it out. I've been hand drawing all of the embroidery designs for you guys who purchased this kit. It's going to be so much fun. And then it's also going to have, you're going to be able to make this gorgeous free stitching piece. So, and I've been kind of playing around with a design. I'll show you a sneak peek. It's not done. I've been kind of playing around with this design for embroidery for our journals as well. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. It's a little rough. I was trying for like a rustic piece, but also a little bit of modern. So let me know what you think of that. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut out the scarf. And for this one, I'm going to use just paper. This is black cardstock that I actually used my jelly print on here. So this one is my template. So I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to cut around it real quick. And I'm not worrying so much about it being perfect. I don't know what everybody else is doing. Hopefully you're having a good weekend. I got to spend time with my parents this weekend. We're in the process of remodeling a bathroom, but my mother has been diagnosed with a disease called supranuclear palsy. So getting to spend time with her and enjoying her now has just been wonderful. So that's what we did this weekend. Her and I kind of spent some time together, and my dad kind of worked with my husband. So the next thing I'm going to do is kind of make a fringe. So I'm just snipping these. It's a step that you don't have to do, but I just think it's cute. And then I just kind of ruffle them up a little. And then I go ahead and I do that on this one too. Now the first one that I just showed you, I used fabric and I made the fringe as well. But this one we're going to use paper. Look at how cute that is. Oh my goodness. I love it. Hola, hello. Your wheels are spinning, Emma. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I was hoping to inspire you guys a little bit tonight. So I'm just taking glossy accents. You can use whatever glue you want. I have glossy accents right here, so that's why I'm using it. And I'm just kind of lining it up. So we'll let that dry. And then in order for me to make the eyes, you could use buttons, you could use whatever, but I totally cheated. So I have this hole punch. I think it's an 1/8 hole punch. And I used the back side of this and I just punched some, just like that. And then I used my glossy accents because I wanted to create something that looked like a button. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but it is 3-dimensional. You can kind of see it down here. So these are 3-dimensional. And if you have enamel dots or something like that, you could use those. And then what I did is I just took and put 2 little dots to get my little tool. And then what I do is take my little tool here. It's called the Pick Me Up. If you don't have one of these, they're kind of cool. It's got this little like gummy stuff on the bottom. So I just picked it up and just pressed it down. And then sometimes you have to use, when they're working with little pieces, you have to use something else. Ooh, it left a little bit of the goop on there. I've never had that happen before. Well, we'll just add another eye on there. I wonder if I got some glossy accents on there. So maybe we'll just do it a little lighter this time. There, just like that. I actually like it better with 2 eyes because it pops it up just a little bit more. So maybe we'll do that. And since we're using paper, and we'll grab a second one. I'm just putting a little bit of glossy accents on there. We'll just stick that on there. I got too much glossy accents on the bottom. Sorry, guys. All right. So note to you guys, don't put too much glossy accents on there. All right, and then all I did is I just put a little dab on the top of each of those and let it dry. So I know it's hard to see. I'll bring it up slow. All right, now on the other one, I use this pearl, this liquid pearl, but it's kind of yellowish. So I decided to go and grab just a scrap of, well, actually it's not a scrap, but some orange cardstock. And we're going to go ahead and make the nose. So if you guys are inspired, let's talk about how we might use these so that if someone is in here and is just like, okay, how would I use these? I'd love to hear how you guys are thinking you might use them. And then all I did is just cut a little triangle nose. Look at how cute that is. I actually think I like that nose better. Oop. Oh, Rachel, don't put it in there. So you could actually point the nose down, which I think is adorable. So here's the first one I did, and there's the second one. So I'm going to use my Pick Me Up, and I'm going to add a little bit of glossy accents on here. And we're going to use glossy accents. Oops. We're going to use glossy accents on the nose too. This also has a little flat end, and so you can use that to press it down. And then I also will kind of pull away any of the excess. Now, a trick for those of you who use glossy accents, and I don't like to put my lid on every time, you just throw a baby wipe over it. And if you put a baby wipe on this, it will not clog up. For those of you that struggle with glossy accents clogging up like I used to, you just put this right over top while you're working with it. Okay, so we have this adorable nose, and now we have to make the little buttons. And so how did I do that? Same process. All I did is grab my We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile, and it has a 3/16 hole right here. And I just used the same thing. I used my little black cardstock scrap. Oop. And I just punched some of these. And the only thing is these kind of curl up because clearly it's not made to use the punches, but I'll show you how to fix that. Okay. So then all I do is just take my little pressed tool here, flip these over. I just kind of press them down. All right. So the next thing I did is just put my 3 little dots on here, kind of space them out, grab my little tool, pressed it in there. If you have tweezers, you could use tweezers too. I know a lot of people will use tweezers. And then I just press them down. And then we go ahead and we put our glossy accents right over top. Now, then you can kind of embellish him or her down here if you want. There's a couple different things you could do. One of the things I'm seriously thinking about doing is in my kit, I have these adorable little snowflakes that are iridescent. So I'm going to grab one of these and show you. I think this would be really cute on the corner of these snowmen. So I know you can't see it very well, but it's iridescent. You actually, I have an idea. We could, let's see what this looks like. Oh, it's too big. Need something just a little smaller. Let me look at my other punches. I actually have a snowflake punch. I could punch out of the same paper that we used for his scarf. And we could add that there with a little gem. That would be cute. That's adorable, Emma. You know what? I love that idea. I might just do that tonight. Um, she's saying add a piece of paper on the back and make them like pockets, and they could be like little goodie. We could put candy canes or pencils in them. You know what? I love that idea. We might make some pockets out of these. What other ideas do you guys have? So I'm just grabbing this little piece of muslin. Oh, I love it already, you guys. Look. What do you think? What do you think of that? I think that is so cute. Use it on a card? Absolutely. So we're going to add this little piece of muslin right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some glossy accents on this is Martha Stewart punch. I also included a bunch of these little punched out dies, little punched out snowflakes in this kit. They're going to have those in the kit as well. Look at how cute. Oh my goodness, I love this. That is so adorable. Now, if you wanted to make this an ornament, all you would have to do is you find something to, hang on, let me grab something real quick here. So if I wanted to make this an ornament, all I would have to do is grab a piece of fiber, yarn, whatever. I'm going to do it on this one because this one's still drying. And I could just, I can get my fingers working. I could just punch a little circle out. Well, let me tie this for a minute here. Just like this. There we go. And I would just attach this, and then I would just punch something out to hook it on the back. And look, we could put this on our tree if we wanted to, or you could hang that off a gift. Absolutely, Barbara, you could do that. So we're going to go ahead and let this one set to the side, but I think we should make a pocket. What do you guys think? You guys up for some snowman pockets? All right. So let's get our little paper here again. And I'm going to grab my template. And what did I do with my scissors? Here they are. So the only thing you want to be careful of is just make sure that your book pages are appropriate, especially if you're going to put this on a child's gift. Sometimes swear words or other things end up on these book pages, and just want to make sure that they're appropriate. All right. So just going to line this one up again. Ooh, making garland would be adorable. I love that idea, Erica. I might have to figure out how to scan things in and have my Cricut cut them, because I don't know if I want to hand cut all of them to make garland. But I love snowmen and I love snowflakes. All right. I have so much out on my desk again. I have no room. Yeah, I love the idea of garland. Those would be just adorable. And you could even put little hats on these if you wanted to. Each year I do a theme for my Christmas gifts. So it might just be these book page, and I'm really surprised when they dry, you guys, they're pretty sturdy. I mean, you could do them out of chipboard if you wanted to, but 3 pieces of Reader's Digest is really plenty. I mean, if you wanted to go 4, you could go 4, but I'm pretty impressed with the sturdiness of these, which is 3 book pages. Now, the next one we're going to do after I do this one is we're going to try one with music paper. What do you think? You guys up for some music paper ones? But we're going to make a pocket with this one, okay? So, let me just close this out of the way. So much stuff here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to distress the edges again. So who else is in here? I see some people lurking, but they haven't said hello. I'll definitely do at some point tonight, I'm going to do a little giveaway. And it's probably going to be one of these snowmen. I'll probably send one to somebody. And who knows, I might do something else. I kind of like them a little darker distressed. That first one I didn't distress as much, and I kind of like it just more distressed. Now, you could also distress it with like a light blue, which would be pretty. Keeping with kind of the theme. All right, I'm digging in my bin of scraps to see, is there something in here that I want to use? I mean, you could also, I'm not going to use this, but you could also use wrapping paper as the neck, the scarf, excuse me. That would be cool. Hi, Jen. Oh, I'm sorry I missed you. I'm glad to see you're in here. All right. You know what? I'm going to grab some Christmas paper so that we can try one that's a little more Christmassy. Christmassy. Is that a word, you guys? Christmassy? Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So I have this little notepad that I thought I've kind of used it up mostly, but you know what? We're going to use this color. Because to me, that's sort of country Christmas-ish. Or we could use, you know what? I kind of like this. Let's use this. Okay. Oh, that's cool, Emma. And that's what I need. I need something that mass produces. I like mass production. I typically don't make just one of something. So I would love that. Okay, so I'm just going to cut around this. And you could trace it if you wanted to. I just hold it. If you're worried about it shifting, you know, you could put a clip on it if you wanted to. I don't really worry about it. I just kind of freehand it. They're supposed to be whimsical, so I don't worry about if I get a little off. That way each one looks a little unique. Does anybody else have a scan and cut out there? Do you like it, Emma? because I really have been debating. I mean, I have a Cricut. All right, that is cute. I have a Cricut, and so I feel like I don't need any more toys, but I see everybody use them and they just look so cool. So this one I cut up a little bit higher, and I'm gonna try to ink around this. I don't know how it's gonna work, so we're gonna give it a shot. It's got a lot of little edges that are gonna be a little bit of a struggle. Okay, so there's our little scarf. You love it? Cool. All right. Am I boring you all to death this evening? You're probably like, Rachel, why are you doing stuff that is Christmassy already? Oh, I'll tell you, I really, I don't know if you guys ever watch, I think it's Lyric Lover 810. Let me look real quick. I think that's who it is though. If you don't follow her, she does a lot of like craft show type stuff. Lyric Lover 810, and she did these little large notebook wallets. And so my thought was I was going to make one of those notebook wallets and put this on the front to decorate it. And so that's how I started, and then just kept going from there. Now, if you did not have glossy accents, you could just keep layering these little dots up to make them 3D like I did before. So I can show you how, I apologize. My daughter and my husband are just getting home. And so if you hear them, that's my husband, poor husband's had to go back and forth to our improvement store multiple times today in his little endeavor. So, all right. So you could just simply take these and you could just layer these with multiple layers of I think you can scan them into Cricut too. I just have never done it. I've actually made stickers once with my Cricut. There are tutorials out there on how to do that. I just haven't taken the time to really mess with it. Maybe tomorrow I'll give it a shot since I'm off. So what I'm doing this time is I'm actually going to layer 3 of these on top of each other to give that 3D look. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Hang on one second here. So instead of, it's hard to see, but instead of using glossy accents, if you didn't have glossy accents at home to make that 3D effect, you can just layer these on top of each other, just like this. So this is 4. And you can kind of see, can you see the depth on that? Absolutely, Cheryl, you're welcome. All you need to do, if you guys want a copy of this scanned file, all you need to do is go to my link on my Etsy shop and message me through Etsy, and I will send it to you. So, and then anybody who purchases my kit, my snowman kit, I'll probably just include 4 of them in there for you. If you're interested in that kit, I know, Erica, I've got one on reserve for you. I'm almost done with the videos, and then I've already sold quite a few. I think I've sold 4 already, and I haven't even put them up for sale. I'm only going to have 12 of those kits. So, okay, so what I did on this one, so I don't know if you can, let me grab, so you can see this looks a little bigger. The eyes look a little bigger because I put 4 on top of each other. So that's another way to do it if you don't have glossy accents. So here's my little, whoops, get my little nose. So cute. Now, as I said, you can use whatever adhesive you have. I just had glossy accents on my desk today when I started this project, so that's how I ended up using that. Definitely do not want to get glossy accents on the top of this before you use the sticky part because it does leave a little residue on there. All right, and then I'm just going to put a little glossy accents on the nose to make it a little 3D. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our buttons. And our buttons, again, are the 3/16 hole punch. Oh, you are so welcome. Would glossy Mod Podge work? Actually, yes, it would. And I love glossy Mod Podge. Sorry, I can't talk tonight. I love the 3D effect that stuff puts on projects. Sometimes I like it better than glossy accents. So you definitely could use that. All right. Now you could also use, like I said, use real buttons. You could use colored buttons if you wanted. Oops, this one's not quite lined up. It needs to scoot over just a smidge. It is a little bit fussy, but they sure are cute when you're done with them. All right, so we went ahead and did that. And then if you wanted to, and you didn't want to mess with, if you had some Christmas stickers, like I had some stickers left over from last year, and these little stickers right here, I could just take one of these and add it to the corner, just like that. And now I have another one, and that's just really quick, simple, fast. So we now have 3 little friends here. All right, let's do one out of some music paper. Let's see how it turns out. Now, for this one, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I have this scrap paper from when I'm doing my Etsy orders, and I print out the what do you call it? The mailing, the like postage. I guess it's a postage. And so I only end up using half of it. So this is just regular copy paper, and I'm just putting it over on itself. Because remember when we did the book page, we had 3 pieces on top. And so what I'm going to do is I want to put my 3 pieces on top, and then I'm going to put my music page, because the music page that I'm going to use is early 1900s music page. and I'm worried about how brittle it is, so I want to have a nice stable backing. Now you could use cardstock, but I'm using up scraps tonight, so but if you have cardstock, cardstock would work great. I just want to get rid of some of this stuff. Oh, Cheryl, thank you so much. I'm glad you're going to use these for your day one. They're so cute. All right, so I'm going to grab some music page. Give me just 1 second here. Oh, where's my music? Here we go. So I have all this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous 1900. Let's see, what year is this? This one is I can't find the copyright on it. Well, I don't have the copyright on this, but it's very old. I love that idea. Absolutely love that idea. All right. And what I'm doing, look at, I could even use this green. It's hard to see in here, but it's actually green music. That would be pretty. I could use this red writing if I wanted to. So I'm just looking at my music paper to see what I have the most music notes on. So I apologize. I'm just taking a minute. This is really right here. Very, very old. Okay. Well, we'll play with this one that I have right here. This one will work. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down, put some glue on this paper. That sounds like a lot of fun, Cheryl. Is that like a group of people that you're doing that with? Is that like a YouTube hop? What is it, just a bunch of friends that are doing that? I think it's an awesome idea. All right. I'm getting all this excess paper out of my way. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the snowman to the back. Definitely, if you had the scan and cut, it would save you some time. Oh, it's a Facebook group? That's cool. Oh, Emma, I love that idea. You know what? We might have to do that too. You guys are going to have me on here all night. I'm going to bore you completely. But I love that idea of punching that snowflake, or even the circle. We could punch his little belly out in a circle and have confetti and do a shaker card. Oh, we are going to have snowmen for days, you guys. Oh, I really like the weight of this. I'm glad I used the extra paper. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. So what she's saying is put a punch in here and then make a shaker card with that or a shaker tag. Wouldn't that be adorable? Love it. You could use a small punch, Emma. I think if you used a small punch, you'd be okay. So I love that idea. You guys, we still have to do, we're going to make a pocket. We're going to put one of these on a pocket. You know what? I have a great idea. How about a hot cocoa pocket? You guys want to make a hot cocoa pocket? Look it. Oh, I love the music. So cute. Hey, Hal, can you do me a favor and see if we have any hot cocoa packets in the cupboard? Sure. Thank you. And you could sew around these too. You guys, I really like the music paper. Must like it better than the book page, I think. That'll work. Thank you. We are going to make a hot cocoa pocket with this one. Oh, sorry. That's my daughter, Hallie. She's cooking right now while I'm online. All right, so we're going to make his little nose, and I just round the edge a little bit because carrots are not perfectly pointed. Just kind of round it a little bit. His nose is a little big. Absolutely. I think that would be so cute, Emma. I don't have any candy canes here, but I'd definitely be doing that. And I would be adding, last year I had these adorable little silver spoons that I added in with them. So I'm going to ink this a little bit just to get it a little bit darker. So the nose will show up a little bit better. All right. So, oh, we have to do a scarf. We have to do a scarf. Okay. You know what? We're going to do a fabric scarf on this one. So, that being said, let me grab some of my fabric scraps left from my kit. So, we're going to use this light blue here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to trace this just because it's kind of hard to hold the fabric. Now, when I did the other fabric one, I just freehanded it, but to save time on camera, I don't think you guys want to see me fuss around with that, freehanding it. Okay, so I just traced around it. So we're going to cut this. Actually, I need it to be a little bit smaller so it's easier to work with. All right. And the other thing you could do if you wanted it to be a little stiffer if you're using fabric is you could put some Wonder Under behind it and then just iron it down. That would be another way to do it. But I don't mind. I don't mind it like this. All right, we're almost there. How cute. So there's our little scarf. And I'm just going to go ahead and use glossy accents. You could use Fabri-Tac would probably be better. This is what I have on my desk, so that's what we're using. I'm just sticking that down. Like cute. And I'm going to make my little fringes. Actually, I want to cut this a little bit shorter. So I'm just fringing his little scarf. Cut this a little shorter. So cute. Kind of ruffle it up a little bit. All right. Now we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to put his nose on since I have his nose. And then we'll do his eyes. You love the fabric? Yeah, I like the fabric too. All right, so let me get his eyes. I'll do his eyes a little closer together this time and see how that looks. Oh, it's going to kind of be hard to see them because of the music notes on this one. You can see them, but it's kind of hard. We might want to take, you know what, I'm going to take my little white jelly pen, kind of go around them. Nope, I don't like that. So that's okay. We're just going to, thought maybe that would pop them out a little bit, but I don't like the looks of that. So we're just going to add another one. We'll just get them sticking up off the page. You know what else you could use that would be adorable on these is little googly eyes. That would be really cute too. I could totally see that. In fact, I might even have some in my little bin over here. Let's see. Nope, I don't. I thought I had some, but I don't. I have some downstairs, but I don't have any up here. That's okay. All right. So let's put our little buttons on. All right. And put our little buttons right here, here, and here. We'll move them up a little since we'll put them in this area that doesn't have the music notes. Cute, cute, cute. Let's add some glossy accents to it. And then we'll add a little snowflake down here. Let's see. You know, I might leave that for a minute. We're gonna let that dry and then we'll add another embellishment. So let's make a little hot cocoa packet. So I like to do a piece of craft cardstock usually when I make these. So I take a piece of craft cardstock and I fold it in half. So this is just an 8.5 by 11. So it ends up being 5.5 by 8.5. And then I just fold them in half again, just like this. And then what I like to do is I will take it over to my cutter. Just put this little guy up here. And I take off about 1/4 of an inch from one side. And then I do the same thing with the bottom, except I stop at the fold. So stop at your fold, like that. And then I trim that off. Okay. So then you're going to take your little bone folder, and hopefully, if I did this right, yeah. So I like to use Ghirardelli. And then I just cut these at an angle. Oops. Sorry, I forgot to take this little square out here. And then I cut these at an angle, like that. And then what I do is I fold these in so that this goes right on top. Now, if you have a scoreboard, you can use your scoreboard. I make these so much that I don't need to use my scoreboard. I just kind of fold it up along there so I know where the line is. And then, but these are so cute. You can send these to your grandkids. You can give these to coworkers. So we now have this cute little pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just glossy accent this and this. And if I wasn't in a hurry, I probably would get my scoreboard out if I was going to do a bunch of these, just because it is faster. All right. So we now have the, oops, there I go, doing it too soon. Put some more glossy accent on here. And I typically will sew these, but you don't have to. But I like to sometimes sew around them. I just think that's cute, like a little zigzag. And then what you can do is you can make a little band around here. So actually, let's decorate this up. Let's use this little guy as our, so I'm just gonna rip this fabric. And you could do a band like this if you wanted to. Kind of, I'm just gonna kind of do a little backing here. Oh, darn. Let's try this again. There we go. Absolutely, it would be adorable with sewing it with coordinating thread. I really think I want fabric to go all the way around. Now that I look at it like that, let me see what I have in here. Sure, I have some strips. Let's see here. What do I have? What do I have? Oh, I know what I have. Forgot about this. This comes with the kit. Look at this, you guys. That looks nice and icicly. Oh, I love it. Okay. This is what we're going to use. Okay. So I am going to put this down here. And I'm going to put this down right here. Whew, didn't mean to pull that off. And then I'm going to add him on here like this. Whoops. And actually, if you didn't, oh, you know what else you could do? You guys, I just have so much going on. Just so much thinking going on here. All right, hold on. I got another idea. The ideas are just coming to me. Okay, hold on. If I added a paper clip onto the back of him, I could paper clip him on here, and this could be also used in your planner. So that's what we're going to do, or your junk journal. So where did that little piece go that I made? Well, we'll just cut one out of here. So if I take this and I go like this, and I make this little paper clip, now it can go right over a page, or it can go right over this little pocket. So I have not tried those Jelly Roll pens. Tell me about those. You guys, I had no idea that we would go from making some snowmen to making hot chocolate pockets with get this stuff. All right. There we go. All right, and I'm just going to clip it on this little band. Actually, I'm going to clip it over here. So I love that. We slip our little hot cocoa in here, just like that. Isn't that adorable? And if you had a little, if you had a candy cane, that would be so cute in there. And I don't think I'll look, but I don't think I have any of those little spoons left from last year, but I had these adorable little silver spoons. The other fun thing you could do, I'm just thinking of, is I have these little pipe cleaners. And you could totally take these and wrap them. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. I like to do this sometimes too. Instead of buying those picks at like Joann's, and you can make your own little picks. So we could sneak these little picks in here for Happy Mail. And I might even put a little piece of chocolate in there. And wouldn't this be cute to put on a coworker's desk during the holiday time? Just to, wouldn't cost a lot, and it's just adorable. And a little chocolate candy bar could go in there. Actually, I think I like them both on the same side. You could put a little piece of chocolate in there, and you could put a little spoon, a little silver spoon in there, and that would just be adorable. And a candy cane. And even if you wanted to, I mean, if you wanted to give this away to somebody and you wanted to add a gift card, you could add a gift card right to the top of that. Or you could take and put your gift card right behind here. And wouldn't that be adorable little gift for somebody? So I hope you guys liked this little craft with me. You absolutely could use these. You absolutely could use these. So Cheryl, when you show this little project off, you're welcome to link my video to this, and it just gives people some ideas of what they can do. I love the idea of punching the bellies out and making little shaker cards. So, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to get us out of focus. You know, punch the little bellies out and make little shaker cards. I think there's a lot we can do with these. You know, you could also just simply make pockets. Like I have a glassine bag right here. I could just add this to a glassine bag, and wouldn't that be adorable? I could simply just take a piece of muslin and I can just tear it and put this little piece of muslin behind here. You just wasn't all wrinkled up, we'd be all set. Just take that and put this little piece of muslin behind there and have this adorable little treat bag. And I could fill this up with treats as well. So another quick and easy way to use this. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys like that. The other thing I was thinking, and I don't have any on my desk, but like here's one of those fabric pockets that I made before to show you guys. So you could take this and just add it, and now you've got a pocket, and you would just glue the three sides and you've got a pocket for your little, isn't that cute? But you could do a lot of different things. You could add this to an envelope. You could punch a hole in the top and make a tag. There's lots of things you could do. So I hope you like this. I hope you like this little, this little tutorial. Sorry, guys. And if, like I said, if you would like to get the little template I would be happy to send it to you. Just go over to my Etsy shop and send me a message, and I'll be happy to send you a file of the so that you can make your own as well. Brown lunch bags would be adorable too. Absolutely. Wouldn't that be cute? They would make adorable little, actually, I might even, let's see if I have one, and we could show you. You can make little gift bags out of them. That would be cute. Be super cute. Super, super cute. Yeah, I actually do have a bag. Let me grab a bag real quick. So here's a a lunch bag. And this would be adorable to take this, put your little snowman on top of it. Let's do this one. Or even just put your little snowman on like that. And now you've got an adorable little gift bag. And you could punch a couple holes in the top and tie it. I love that idea. You know what? Let's do it. So we could just take our hole punch. And just go like that. And I think I got this red ribbon right here. It's been on my desk waiting for something fun. So all I did is just fold it over, punch 2 holes in it. We'll tie a bow on the top. Well, my fingers are not working, of course, because I'm on camera. Come on. There we go. Just tie this cute little bow right here. Add my little snowman. And look at that adorable little gift bag we just made. And I could take and just trim these a little bit shorter. And isn't that cute? Oh, you are so welcome. That's a great idea too, Erica. I don't have any clothespins, but adding it to a clothespin would be adorable. And you could put a little gift inside this bag and have this adorable little gift bag. I love that idea. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? We've been just making some little snowmen. We're just about done. I'm sorry you missed us. So hopefully you all liked this little tutorial. And you're going to go and make some of these adorable little snowmen. And please, if you make some, send them, take a picture of what you make and send me a picture through Etsy. I think that would be so cool to see what you guys make. So thank you so much for watching tonight. I hope everybody has a great Labor Day holiday and have a wonderful evening. I'll put my link in one more time just in case you want that free download. Oh, you're so welcome, Emma. You're welcome, Erica. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me tonight. Bye, everyone.